Good afternoon to all. So can anyone tell what are the topics we discussed till now? Can anyone tell what are the topics we discussed till now? That is on from last Monday. That is from last week. What are the topics we discussed? Can tell. Okay, what are the topics we discussed over there? Whatever the topic we discussed, many topics over there. Okay, you can just just list out what are the topics we discussed on last week. Okay, and you written on exam also, so definitely you could able to you know what are the topics we discussed on last week. Okay, loops, arrays and clusters. Okay, so okay, loops, arrays and clusters. Then apart from this topic, which topic we discussed? Loops, arrays and clusters. Then any other topic? Numeric string data type. Okay, numeric data type, string data type. Okay, super. Then data types we discussed over there. Okay, data types, sub VAs. Yes, super. Sub VAs we discussed. Okay, just tell me the topics alone. Okay, so I am not asking the what we discussed on the topic. Okay, just tell me the topics alone. Okay, so data types we discussed. Yes, sub VA we discussed. Okay, then apart from these topics, any other topic? So we discussed one of the important thing will be mechanical action. Yes, case structure we discussed. Case structure super. Then we discussed about mechanical action of a boolean. We discussed. Yes, of course, loops we discussed. Okay, loops, for loop, while loop, conditional for loop we discussed. Then what about in loops? We'll discuss in loop itself. We discussed one important thing. We discussed that. Okay, what we discussed in loops itself. Loops. Just think about in loops. Okay, in loops itself we discussed something. We discussed that. Okay, arrays of course we discussed. Sequence structure super. Sequence structure. Arrays in loops. Okay, arrays in loops. Arrays in loops. So basically we discussed about the tunneling. We discussed over there. Okay, tunnel methods we discussed over there. Okay, so tunnel methods we discussed. Tunnel method, shift register, feedback node. So these are the things we discussed in and around loops over there. Okay, then sequence, graphs and charts super. The last topic which we discussed on Friday. Okay, loop in loop. Okay, which means a nested loop. Okay, nested for loop we discussed. Okay, state machine architecture we discussed. State machine we discussed. I think no. We discussed state machine, but not on last week. Okay, so okay. Anyway, we can accept this state machine also. Okay, state machine super. So basically, what are the things we discussed on last week? Means we started with the programming principles. We started over there. LabVIEW programming principles, LabVIEW environment. We started there. Then we slowly we move on to data types, numeric, boolean. In boolean itself, we have a mechanical action will be available. So very important topic. One question is available in mechanical action. Okay. Then string data type we discussed. Then arrays and clusters. Then graphs and charts, loops. In loop itself, for loop available, while loop available, and you have a conditional for loop will be available there. You know how that will how conditional for loop will execute over there. Okay, and in loop, in both the for loop and while loop, we for loop by default we have some by default it will be a something called tunnel will be available there. Okay, so same way while loop has some different tunnel will be available there by default conditions. Okay, then tunnel methods we discussed, shift registers, feedback node we discussed, and we saw difference between what is difference between the shift register and feedback node, when we have to use shift register and when we have to use feedback node. Okay, we discussed that one. In feedback itself particularly we discussed one important thing called uh, uh, assigning the initializer terminal one loop outs we discussed over there. Okay, that's also we discussed in feedback node. Okay, so I don't know do you remember these things or not, because these are very important things. Just I'm recollecting the things over there. Okay, then we discussed case structure, sequence structure we discussed. How many, what are the type of sequence structure we discussed? Sequence structure we discussed. Okay, what are the type of sequence structure we discussed? What are the type of sequence structure we discussed in LabVIEW? What are the type of sequence structure we discussed in LabVIEW? Stacked sequence. Okay, stacked sequence. Other one will be the flat sequence. Okay, two different sequence structure will be available. Flat sequence will be available. Stacked sequence will be available. Both are more or less both the behavior will be same. Okay, both the working behavior and the data flow will be all will be same. Behavior will be same over there, but only difference will be how you are passing the values from one frame to one frame. Okay, that's a very important thing over there. In flat sequence, through a tunnel itself, you will pass the value, but in stacked sequence, you will use the add sequence local. With that sequence local, you will pass the value from one frame to one frame over there. Okay, don't confuse with the that is a case structure. That is not a case structure. Case structure will be different from the sequence sequence structure over there. Okay, so here in this place, theory is very important. Okay, theory in the sense how the particular how particular sequence structure will execute. So we'll get a theory question over there. Might be true statement will get or false statement will get over there. Okay, very important things. Okay, so we discussed that one. Then last we end up with the graphs and charts. You know, I said in graphs and charts you can able to easily answer for the question, but you have to prepare for the theory also. If theory, if you know means you easily can able to score two questions over that. Two questions available in graphs and charts. Okay, so these are the things we discussed on last week, and you written one exam also. Okay, some people have performed good in that exam also. Okay, so this week probably, so here these are the remaining topics will be available at, okay, in the block diagram you can able to see. So these are the remaining topics available for us. Okay, once we completed, you are going to go for one more examination. At that I don't know when you are going to write. Probably on Thursday also you will write. Okay, I don't know exactly. Yes, debugging tool, I forgot it. Okay, sorry, so I forgot that debugging tool also we discussed over there. Okay. So I don't know when you are going to write the exam. Okay, probably on Thursday, I don't know exactly. So first we'll complete the topic, then I will tell. So if I'm completing means one day before itself I will tell, so that you can able to prepare for that exam. Okay, so here you have a topic will be available there. Okay, so which topic we'll discuss first? You just tell me. Okay, you just tell me, we'll go with that particular topic. Okay, so apart from DAC, okay, DAC will be handled by Parshad. Okay, so apart from DAC, leave the DAC topic. So he will, Parshad will handle that particular topic. Apart from that, you can tell which topic will go first. We'll go with that particular topic, then we'll go one by one. Okay, so tell me, is timing is simple topic. Timing is will be a simple topic. Okay, so okay, so we'll start with the timing for timing or category over there. Okay, in timing you have two questions will be available. Easily you can able to score two questions in timing over there. Okay, so simple thing, only four type of timing functions will be available there. Okay, so simply four timing functions are available. So if you know the keyword for the particular function, or particular keyword, you know, means you can able to easily answer for the question in timing palette over there. Okay, so what are the timing functions available means, so first timing function will be, go to timing palette. There you have the, so timing, so you have the first timing function will be, so wait ms will be available, wait ms and wait until next ms multiple will be available there. Okay, so these are the major timing functions are, wait ms available, wait until next millisecond multiple will be available there. Then tick count will be available, get date and time in seconds will be available there. Okay, so majorly in your examination they are talking with this kind of timing functions over there. Okay, so wait ms, I will tell what is the definition for wait ms. Okay, so program will come. Okay, program means so they will give some different kind of program they will give. Okay, but mostly they will focus on the theory content, they will focus on this timing over there. Okay, so and here you have the, so wait ms, first one will be wait ms, first function will be wait ms. Okay, wait ms. Okay, what is the purpose of wait ms means, so what it will do means, here the keyword I will follow over there. Okay, so wait ms, that is a millisecond timer, that is not a seconds timer. Okay, that is a millisecond timer. So to allow the processor, to allow the processor to do some other task, to do some other task. Okay, so to allow the processor to do some other task over there. Okay, in your question you have the keyword, you have the, you are getting the question like, to allow the processor to do some other task, which timing function will allow you to do some other task. You are getting a question means, the answer will be wait ms. Okay, so I can able to see clearly over there. Okay, what is that allowing the processor to do some other task means, so in your PC, that is in your host computer, you are running some applications you are running over there. Okay, so if you are seeing here means, So see here, so here you can able to see in my taskbar I am running some applications over there. Okay, so here what happen if you give time delay means whenever you are implementing a time delay over there, what will happen if you implement time delay in your VI? Tell me, what will happen if you put one time delay in your VI? What will happen to the VI? What will happen to your VI if you put one time delay in your program in your VI? Slow, okay, okay, slow. So we can definitely we can able to identify the difference between the difference in placing a time delay and without placing a time delay over there. Okay, so whenever you are going for the looping, whenever you are going for the looping over that, definitely time delay is very very important over there. Okay, what it will do means time delay. So basically it will give a, it will take some time to, it will take some time to execute the particular iteration over there. Okay, based on the time you are mentioning over there, which means actually the process will take actually the process will take a 1 millisecond to run the entire program means, but you are what you are doing means actually you are giving some time delay to run the process somewhat slow over there. Okay, you are making some the, you are making the process slower, but in turn you will get the result over there. Okay, but whenever it's taking the time, okay, the processor will take some time over there, in the CPU will take some time, and it will, that time will be that that slowness will allow you to do some other task over there. Okay, that's very very important going for the wait ms over there. Okay, so that's the purpose of giving time delay in the program over there. Okay, in the VA. Okay, so very very best example will be whenever you are running the PC with MATLAB and LabVIEW simultaneously means you can able to see some slowness in the PC. You can able to feel over there. Okay, whenever you are running the MATLAB and LabVIEW, both are a higher level software. If you are running both the things means at 64-bit means definitely your PC will get some slowness, and the PC will PC will take some time to do something over there. Okay, some task over there. Okay, that's why always going with the time delay will help you to results. You can able to do other tasks very seamlessly over there. Okay, that's a wait ms. Okay, then second one will be wait wait until. So second function will be wait until next ms multiple, next ms multiple. Okay, so this is also one of the timing function. Okay, you can use either wait ms or you can use the wait until next multiple millisecond. What it will do means reduce CPU usage, reduce CPU usage. Okay, reduce CPU usage over there. Okay, basically what it will do means when the suppose the when we are telling the program, we are telling the program should wait for 100 millisecond means what wait until next multiple millisecond will do means if the program is completed the task before 100 millisecond, before 100 millisecond, what it will mean at the remaining time, what it will do means it will, the PCU will go to the sleep state over there. Okay, so that at the time CPU will not be allocated for the particular task over there. Okay, that's why if you are seeing the word reduce CPU usage means go for the option, go for the option if it is available means wait until next ms multiple over there. Okay, but is this is also another timing function you can use instead of wait ms, you can use this function also. Okay, so that's the second one. And third one will be tick count. Tick count, this is also millisecond timer. Okay, tick count, what it will do means roll over to zero, rolls over to zero, roll over to zero. And another one point will be, so whenever this is not a timing function over there. Okay, whenever you are using this counter, what it will do means, so if you go for help window means it will give the value of the millisecond timer it will provide over there. Okay, so here I have an indicator terminal will be available. Simply it will provide you the value of the CPU value it will provide over there. Okay, that's why they are giving return the value of the millisecond timer it will give. Okay, CPU value it will provide over there, so it will roll over to zero. If you are seeing the keyboard, so roll over to zero, answer will be tick count over there. Okay, so no need to make research on these functions over there. Okay? Because we are, if the keyword is available, we are going to put the answer over there. Okay, later you can able to research on this one, go by go with the detail help window and then see how it is executing over there. Okay, then the fourth function will be get date and get date bar time in seconds. Okay, so what is the purpose of this function? What is the purpose of this function? Get date bar time in seconds. What is the purpose of this function? Can you guess what might be this function will do? Get date and time in seconds. Get date and time in seconds. Name itself get date and time in seconds over there. Okay, so what is the purpose of this function means the first point will be, the first point of this function will be user interface update. Okay, user interface update. Okay, in your question you have this keyword available, user interface update means answer will be get date and time in seconds, and second point will be so you can it will give the it will provide provide current date and time, date and date and time. Okay, current date and time, or we can tell it will provide the system date and time, it will provide over there. Okay, that is the second point. And third point will be relating with the second point. Okay, actually third point will be related to the second point. What we'll do means you can able to use this function for used for extended period of application, used for extended period of applications, extended period of application. Okay, you can use this function for extended period of applications over there. Okay, so in your question paper, in your question you have the you have this keyword available, any of the keyword available for get date and time in second means they can go for this option over there. Okay, it will provide a user interface update. User interface update means whenever you are running the program, it will update your current date and time over there. Okay, so that is a get date and time in seconds. Okay, and what about the user used for extended period of application means suppose you are monitoring a temperature value or monitoring a sensor value means you can able to monitor for 24/7, you can able to monitor the value with the real date and time over there. Okay, even though you are not available, but the PC has to work, the PC has to acquire the time value means you can able to use this get date and time in seconds, and you can able to use as a one timestamp, you can able to make use of that. Okay, that's where this you can able to use get date and time in seconds over there. Apart from this function, kindly kindly know the function. Okay, format date bar time string. Okay, so format date bar time string. So here you have this, not data. Okay, not data, date. So format date bar time string will be available. Okay, so what is the purpose of this function means formatting date bar time string means so in your computer you will get some time, you will you will get some timing over there. Okay, in my host computer how I am getting my current date and time means, so see here I am getting a my format will be 24-hour format I am using over there. Okay, my clock will be 24-hour clock I am using that. I don't want that 24-hour clock. Okay, I want 12-hour clock means so you can able to change the format, you can able to change over there. Okay, so you can able to change the system date and time format, you can able to change. For this one, for this thing you need some certain formatting codes you need over there. Okay, there you can able to find the formatting codes means if you go for detail help window means so format data by time string, if you go for detail help window, just go to detail help window. In detail help window, this formatting function, formatting codes will be available over there. With the formatting codes you can able to you will find, you will know about the you will know about the how I can able to format by current date and time over there. Okay, system date and time basically. Okay, why I'm telling this function means sometimes they will give question like this also. Okay, we can't able to tell. Okay, that's why so they will give, they will ask question in that such a manner also. Okay, so let me go here. Ah, so see here, so here you have the current date and time, the function will be available. Of course this function will be available in string parallel also. Okay, so here you have a in related information, and here itself we can able to see time format codes. Okay, percentage hash h will be available, so many codes will be available. Okay, if you want to know what is the purpose of these codes means just go for time format codes. If you go for time format codes means they will tell clearly, they will mention. Okay, so what is the what happen if you use percentage small a, percentage capital A, percentage small b, percentage capital B, so these things will be available over there. So you can able to use your use your in your program, you can able to make your, you can able to format your time date and time string over there. Okay, that's up to your convenience. Kindly go through this one. Okay, very very important this function also. Okay, along with that remaining for. Okay, so then next function will be, so you have the, so here you have some conversions function will be available over there. Okay, so you can able to, if you want me to try that, but most of the cases they are not using this date by time date and time to seconds get date and time string, they are not using over there. Okay, formatting function we can able to expect. Okay, so then you have a time delay will be available. This is also another time delay over there. Okay, time delay in the sense so you like a wait a month, it will work the same, it will do same work over there. Okay, instead of wait a month you can use wait until multiple milliseconds, you can use a time delay you can use, but this time delay will be the seconds delay over there. Okay, this is the millisecond timer, this is a seconds timer. whatever you can able to use. Okay, both are same, more or less. Okay, so last function will be elapsed time will be available. So kindly check out elapsed time function also. Okay, elapsed time is not the timing function. Okay, it is not a timing function. It will give elapsed time of the VA. It will provide over there. Okay, so that is a elapsed time over there. Okay, so kindly check out that function also. Okay, so majorly in timing, what are the function you have to look forward means, first you have to see wait ms, wait until next multiple milliseconds. Okay, so then tick count, get date and time in seconds, format date for time in seconds, then time delay similar to the wait ms function. Then I said elapsed time, I said over there. Okay, so very very important function, elapsed time. Okay, so indicates that amount of time that I elapsed since the specified start time over there. Okay, so here our start time will be available over there. Okay, when you are going to start your time, that function over there. Okay, elapsed time, this is not the time delay. Okay, so kindly understood, this is not the time delay over there. Okay, it will give the amount, it will give the elapsed time, it will provide over there. Okay, since the VA started, it will give the elapsed time, it will provide, it is not a time delay over there. Okay, kindly remember the remember that also. Okay, why I'm telling keep on this one means, we can expect this is a theory question will expect. Okay, more theory question will expect on this category, timing function category. Okay, that's why I'm telling. So very very important timing function. The keyword is available means, kindly go to go the keyword available, that is a definite answer over there. Still you can't able to find the answer means, kindly in the option they will give options. They have some timing functionality will expect as an option. At the time, kindly eliminate the options over there. Okay, kindly eliminate the option means usually you can able to find the which is the right option for the given above question over there. Okay, that is a very important thing, can able to know that. Okay, very easiest place to score mark in the mark in clad exam over there. Okay, don't miss this particular topic, timing function over there. Okay, so understood all of you? Understood? So simply you have to study the help window, you have to study. Okay, so understood all of you? Understood means tell me, we'll go for next topic. So understood means tell me, we'll go for next topic. What about remaining students? So timing we completed. Which topic will go next? So tell me which topic will go next. Timing is over. Okay, timing will be completed. Which topic will go next? So VI server property node will be available, local variable available. So which topic will go next? So all will be somewhat small topics only. Easily you can able to score mark in that particular topic over there. Okay. So tell me quickly which topic will go. So let me go with the topic called we'll go DAC will be handled by Parshad. Okay, so probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow he will handle. Okay, so no need to worry about that. Okay, so we'll go with the topic of property node. We'll discuss. Okay, property node will discuss. Then we'll go for local variable. So both are somewhat similar. Both are somewhat easiest topic over there. Okay, property node and local variable is somewhat easiest topic. Easily you can able to score in this place also. Okay, already you have an idea about what is property node and all. Okay, property node will be available, invoke node will be available over there. Okay, so first I am going with the property node over there. Okay, we'll discuss invoke node also. Okay, so property node. Okay, what is property node? What is property node? Just tell me, what is property node? Property node, what is the definition of the property node? What it will do? Property node, what it will do? What it will do? So I don't want the exact definition, just tell me what you know about the property node. Property node, because very important, property node that will be related with the VI server also. Okay, so both are somewhat same topic over the property node and VI server will be available here. Okay, both are somewhat similar to this similar to topic over there. Okay, program material controlling the property of the front panel object super. Okay, so what is the property node means? Why I am telling you, definition is very very important. Okay, front panel indicator position change during running over there. Okay, so definition will be to access the property of the properties of the front panel object. So front panel object while VI is running, while VI is running, or you can able to do R programmatically. okay, or programmatically. You can do whatever things over there. Okay, so if any mistake available means kindly don't mind the mistakes over there. Okay, so here what is the property node means at the runtime you can able to change the property of the front panel object. Okay, not only indicator or control, whatever the things available, can able to change the one of the property of the front panel object while VA is running means that's going to be a property node over there. Okay, property node. Okay, so how, what about the execution of what about the order of execution for the property node? Order of execution. What is the order of execution for property node? How the property node will execute? So property node will execute from top to bottom. Okay, the property node will execute from top to bottom. And third point will be, the third point will be more than one property will be applicable. More than one property will be, more than one property will be applicable. One property will be applicable for single front panel object. Single front panel object. Front panel object. Okay, front panel object over there. Okay, so these are the major definition for the property node over there. Okay, property node will never execute from bottom to top, top to bottom only it will execute over there. Okay, so we'll discuss each and every definitions by one simple problem over there. Okay, the example will be, sometimes they will ask the example also. Okay, example very familiar example only they will ask. Okay, they will not ask they will not, they ask easiest example only they will ask, and they will use the easiest proper node in your program also. Okay, example will be, so you have the position property will be available, position will be available, and second one will be you have a value property will be a very very important property, value property available. Then you have a skip and tabbing will be available, skip when tabbing will be available. Of course this will not come for examination, but kindly know that skip and tabbing. Okay, then you have the disable property available, disabled property, okay, so likewise some of the properties will be available over there. Okay, and blinking property, then key focus property will be available. So these are the property nodes are available. Of course so many properties are available. These are the somewhat more common properties over there. Okay, so we'll discuss one by one. I'm not going to discuss all the property, major property I'm going to discuss for examination point of view. Okay, so I am going to take the numeric control here. So I'm going to take a numeric control. How will you create a property node? How will you create a property node? Tell me, how will you create a property node? How will you create? So to create property node, you have the, so right click on the property node, okay, so you have the option create will be available, you have the property node will be available over there. Okay, so you have the so many properties will be available over there. Okay, you can choose any property over there. Okay, so it's not you have to choose this property, so many properties will be available. Of course in property node you have two methods will be available. Okay, property node will be two methods will be available. Okay, first one will be implicit property node will be available, and second one will be explicit property node will be available, explicit property node will be available. Okay, we'll discuss both the things, both the behavior will be same, but doing the problem will be something different over there. Okay, so see here, so implicit property and explicit will be available. Now we are discussing about the property called implicit property node over there. Okay, so this is the implicit property node. Okay, I will tell. Okay, what is that implicit property node? Okay, it's very simple. So what is that numeric? How to create property node means right click, go for create option, go for the property node. You have a many properties will be available over there. Okay, now I am going to take the property called I'm going to take the property called position property. So I'm going for all elements and keep the position on the block diagram. And so now tell me, the proper node is in the read mode or write mode? Tell me, the proper node is in the read mode or write mode? Now tell me, the proper node is in the read mode or write mode? So I said how to identify the read mode or write mode. Okay, so the arrow mark is on the right side, means that's going to be a indicator. We can tell indicator, which means that is a read mode over there. Okay, so read mode, how these two are connected, how this numeric will be communicating with this property node means. So see, listen here, how this numeric will be communicating with this property node will be with the help of the color as well as the label over there. Okay, so don't by confusion, don't try to connect like this over there. Okay, that is error wire will be available, it will not connect over there. Okay, you can use in your program also. Okay, but both are interconnected with the label over there and color over there. Okay, and I am going to create an indicator here. So what is the data type of indicator? What is the data type of this indicator? What is the data type of this indicator? Data type of this indicator? Cluster indicator over there. Okay, that is the cluster indicator. Okay, that is not the array, that is a cluster indicator. So by seeing the diagram you can tell over there. Okay, that is a cluster indicator over there. Okay, what is the purpose of this position property? Means it will read the read the position of the front panel objects available front panel object present in the front panel over there. Okay, it will read the position from left, what is the position, from top what is the position, it will read over there. Okay, that is the property that it will do over there. Okay, if you want to change the position at runtime, means so simply disconnect this wire. Okay, and change this property node, the position property, to the right mode. Okay, change to right mode and change this cluster as a change this cluster indicator as a cluster control, and then now change the property over there. Okay, now run the VI continuously so that change the position for position here, means you can able to see here the position will change over there. Okay, at runtime you are controlling the front panel object over there. Okay, now second property will be, that is a definitely first one. Okay, second one will be execute top to bottom. Will add one more property over there. Okay, right click on the property node, you have the property, select property will be available, or add element will be available. Just go for add element. Okay, and choose the property called, don't go for again proper right click property. Okay, do it in same property itself. Okay, click it over there, go for the property called value property. Very important property in perspective of the CLAD examination. Okay, so very important property. Okay, value property. Now again one more property will be, I'm going to take the disabled property, I'm going to take an over there. Okay, disabled property over there. Okay, we'll remove this property, we'll use it later. Okay, so I'm going for the control here. Okay, so see here, I have a disabled property will be available. What is this data type? What is this data type? What is the data type of this disabled property? What is the data type of this disabled property? What is the property? What is the data type of the control? The disabled control. Don't tell numeric. Don't tell that is not a numeric. That is not a numeric. Okay, color will be blue color, we can tell this that is a numeric. Okay, but proper thing will be, that is a enum data type over there. Okay, so that is a enum data type. If telling that is a integer, means yeah, numeric integer, how we can able to type the word string over there. Okay, that is a enum data type. Okay, that is not the probably we can tell it's a integer, but don't tell numeric integer over there. Okay, that is a see the color representation here, you have some two arrow marks will be available over there. Okay, so if it is integer, means it will tell you 16u for something will be available over there. Probably that is a one integer only, but that is a enum data type over there. Okay, so we'll discuss what is this particular property over there. Okay, in the disabled property you have the three things are available. Enabled will be available, disabled will be available, disable and gray out will be available over there. Okay, so we'll see what is that these things over there. Okay, now I'm going to run the VI continuously. So proper node will execute from top to bottom. First it will read the position value, it will read the position value, then it will go for the disabled property. Okay, in the disabled property however three things are available. What is that enabled? What it's telling that actually enabled. Enabled means what is that enabled over there. So this control is the one of the property for the numeric this control front panel object over there. What is this enabled, disabled and disabled and gray out? What is the meaning of these three things over there? At least guess what might be the enable, disable and gray out. Sorry, what is enabled means if the particular input ename input will be enabled, if you are giving means you can able to easily change the values over there. Okay, easily can able to change the values for the front panel, you can able to change over there. Okay, that is the enabled property. Disabled property means you cannot able to change the values. Okay, simply the control, the numeric control will be disabled over there. Okay, you can't able to do anything and you cannot able to enter the values also. Okay, but position will change. Okay, position will change, but you can't able to enter any values over there. Okay, what about disable and gray out means? See here, so already that is disabled over there. Gray out means the control will be fade away, you will get over there. Okay, then if you want to change the value means what what setting you will do over there in this control over there. Suppose you want to enter the value, you want to change the values, means what what is the state you will select in this place. This state you will select here, means you have to go for the enable, you have to go over there. Okay, if you are going enable, means you can able to enable the property so that you can able to change the values over there. Okay, so these are the property will be available, and you can use this property in your program to make a one good program you can able to create over there. Okay, so you can able to think about the program with the disabled, means you can able to make a one good program over there. Okay, so that is a property for the enabled property will be available. Disabled means you can't able to do anything over there. Okay, see here I'm trying to change, but it's not changing over there. Disable and gray out, it will be gray out over there. Okay, that is a property called disable and gray out. Okay, property name will be disabled property, under you have three things are available. Okay, now I am going for the next one called, so right click, I am going for value property here. I am going for value property here. Okay, value property. So I am going to create the one more control here, not constant. Let me go with a constant over there. Okay, constant. Okay, now tell me, so how this so how the question they will ask in the examination means, so they will give some program they will provide over there. Okay, they will ask how the numeric control looks like after execution of the VA, they will ask over there. Okay, how this numeric control looks like after execution of the VA, they will ask over there. Okay, so tell me how this numeric control will looks like after execution of the VA. Tell me. So consider all the property over there. Okay, of course don't consider position property. Let me remove that property also. Okay, okay. So forget about the proper position property over there. Okay, we have two properties will be available. Disabled property will be available over there, and the value property will be available. Now, how this numeric control looks like after execution of this property node? Tell me the answer. Just guess the answer. Okay, so it's not a right one, but try to guess. Okay, what? So if I am telling how it looks like, means you have to tell whether it will be enabled or disabled, disabled and gray, and what is the value also you have to tell. Okay, that's very important. Okay, tell me. Value change to 6. Okay, value will be changed to 6. How it looks like? Okay, whether it will be enabled or disabled and gray out. Gray out. Okay, gray out. What is the value it will read? What's the value it will read? Value 6 gray out. Super, the answer will be 6 gray out over there. Okay, but actually how to get the flow means, so see here in our definition, sir, we are telling that to access the property of the front panel object while VA is running or programmatically. So you have to see clearly. Programmatically I'm writing the value over there. Okay, even though the control will be disabled and gray out. Disabled means I said you cannot able to change, you cannot able to change the value. Okay, but programmatically you can able to write any value over there. Okay, that's important thing you have to remember over there. Okay, so here it's disabled. People have some questions will be available. It's disabled, no, then how the value 6 will change? Mean programmatically you are writing the value, that's why it will change over there. Okay, that's why I am giving the disable and grade over there. Okay, if you run the VA means, so the value 6 will be read over there. First, what will happen? It will execute the disable and gray out property. Then it will write the property. It is, yeah, I am writing the value here. Okay, programmatically I am writing the value 6. I am writing over there. Or else, if you are changing the, if you are changing this one to control here, means changing this one to control. Okay, let's see, I'm changing this one to control here. So if you want to change the value at runtime or programmatically, means, so see here I'm running the program continuously. So I am changing this control. Okay, but since it is disabled and good, I am controlling the new front panel object with the other control over there. Okay, programmatically I'm writing the value over there. Okay, don't get confused over there. Sir, it is disabled and good. How I can able to change the value? Means here I can able, here I can able to, here I cannot able to change. Okay, but programmatically I can able to change the value of the control over there. Okay, very important property, value property along with the disable and gray out over there. Okay, now let me go for one more thing also. Let me change this one to constant. So the property will be disabled property, disabled. Okay, so I am going for, so it's this time it's going to be very simple. Okay, I'm going for the constant. I'm going to create here constant. Okay, enabled I'm giving there. Now I am going to create the indicator here, value property. I'm going to make it as a read mode. So change which one you want. Okay, don't change all those things as a read mode over there. Okay, indicator. Let me take a one indicator here. result indicator. Okay, so take it as result. Okay, now tell me the answer. How the result indicator looks like after execution of the VI? Tell me how the result indicator looks like after execution of the VI. Tell me. So I am asking how the result indicator looks like after execution of the VI over there. Okay, tell me the answer. Tell me the answer. How the result indicator looks like after execution of the VI. 29 enabled. Okay, 29 enabled. Okay, 29 enabled. We'll see what is the answer we are getting there. I am asking. I'm not asking this numeric one. Okay, I am asking this result one. I am asking that. Okay. So first, so the property will be created for the numeric only. Okay. So first, what will happen? This is will go to reachable and gray out. Okay. So then 29 value will be written over there. Okay. Already it's written 29 only. So then this control will be enabled here. So from disabled to gray out, it will be enabled over there, and value 29 will be enabled over there. Okay. See. So answer will be 29 enabled you will get. Okay. So here the question is talking about the result indicator, not the numeric indicator. Okay. Of course, here you are getting enabled, you are getting over there. Okay. Sometimes see here, let me change this one. Okay. Now in this place, if you are seeing here means, so see here in this place I am providing the input like a enabled I am giving over there, but here disabled and I am giving means. So if I run the program with some different answer. So see now. So see here. So my question I asked for, so here the result indicator I talked about that. Okay. Don't go for the option disabled and get over there. Okay. The result indicator looks like enabled you will get, and the value 55 will read. Okay. But if they're asking question in numeric means, so see how they are asking the question over there. Okay. If they're asking the numeric means, so based on the question, try to find the answer over there. Okay. Same way if it is result means, try to see what they are asking and what you have to answer. Okay. So very important. Okay. So don't get confusion over there. Okay. Understood the property node? Understood the property node? Understood all of you? Understood? Do you have any doubts in this property node? This is the implicit property node. Okay. So the implicit, what is that implicit property node means? You can able to change this property node. This what are the property you written here? The property will be applicable only for this numeric control over there. Okay. So suppose if you want to, if you have another one more control will be available. Suppose you have one more numeric control will be available. For this control also, if you have to apply the same property means, how will you do that? Suppose here you have for this numeric we are applying this property node. Okay. For numeric 2 also you want to apply the same property means, what will you do? You want to apply same property for this numeric 2 also. What will you do at the time? What will you do at the time? What are the steps you will follow at the time? So I want to apply the same property for this numeric 2 also means, what will you do at the time? How will you do that? So again, if you want to do means, again what you will do, again right click, create a property node, you will go over there. Okay. So that property, whatever you are writing, that property will be applicable only for this numeric control over there. Okay. So if suppose if you are if you want to make the if you want to make this property, if you want to make the control for this property means, again you have to create a property node over there. Okay. One more option is available over there. So probably we can see, right click. So you have the option called link to will be available. I have a pane will be available, numeric 2 will be available over there. Okay. Like that also you can able to link over there. Okay. Now the property will be applicable only for this numeric 2, not for this numeric over there. Okay. At the time you cannot able to change both the properties over there. Okay. So are you understanding the topic? Are you understanding the concept over there? Suppose here you have two controls will be available. Okay. Two controls will be available over there. If you want to apply, so two controls will be available over there. We want to apply the same property for this control also. One of the method will be, again right click, go for the problem and using the same property and making the same wiring over there. Okay, that is the one method. Or else you have to go for right click on the property node. Have the option link to will be available. Pane and numeric 2 can able to select. Okay, which means the property will be applied to that numeric 2 will be applied over there. Okay. Now you can't able to access this numeric control. You can able to access this numeric 2 over there at the time over there. Okay. But at that time you can't able to control both the things over there. Okay. At that time what will happen? So what will happen means, you can able to go for the explicit property node will be available over there. Okay. So property called explicit property node will be available. Simple implicit property node means, you can use the property property within the VI or use the property for only one control, for only one control over there. Okay, for only one particular control only you can able to change the property over there. Okay, what about explicit property node means? We'll discuss an explicit property node. Okay, so I have one numeric 2 will be available. Okay, let me, I will make this as a constant. Okay, let me make this as a constant. Okay, now what I am going to do here means I am going to take the one more property node here, but I am not going to create a property node here. Okay, I am going to use the reference value in this place over there. Okay, so for this numeric 2 I am going to create the one vi server reference I am going to get, or I am going to create the control reference I am going to create over there. Okay, so kindly understand the word control reference or server reference I am going to create over there. Okay, whatever the word we can tell. How to create a reference means very simple. First go to block diagram, go to application control. In application control you have the property node will be available, invoke node will be available. So property node means, so what is that property node means? Whatever we saw that same thing will be available, but whenever you are using this property node you must pass the control reference, you must pass over there. Okay, so let me go for help into here. So here you have the same property node will be available. So here, if this also you can able to read the property, write the property, whatever you can able to do. Okay, but here you have to set the reference value. Very very important. The reference will be available. Based on the reference will be, it will allocate a property over there. Okay, so see here, so now the reference will be application reference will be available. For the application you have a some property called something property displaying over there. Okay, application debug server display something, it's telling over there. Okay, we want means can able to try these things, but I don't want these things over there. I want to access the property for this numeric 2 control. So for that you have, I said you have to pass the reference value. Reference means don't connect this reference over there. Okay, this is not the reference. Okay, you have to connect the reference value. How to connect the reference means two method will be available. Right click on the block diagram, again go to application control. You have the property called you have the option called vi server reference will be available. Can able take the vi server reference, take the vi server reference and connect the terminal to reference. Okay, that is one method. Or else you can able to go for right click, create reference will be available. You can able to go for that reference also. Okay, so directly the reference will be created. Okay, which reference you want, it will be created over there. Okay, that is up to your wish. You can able to go. Suppose I am taking this manner, sir. How to change that reference means, right? That is just click it over there. Go to pane, choose the numeric 2 over there. Okay, the property will be changed over there. Now if you click on the property means again you will get the same list of property only you will get over there. Okay, there is no change over there. Okay, same property only you will get, but now some changes available. Why we are going for this one to this one over there? Okay, so why we are going for explicit, you will get to know that now. Okay, so this is the explicit property node. Okay, explicit property node means you must pass the, so you must pass the control reference, you must pass control reference. Okay, control reference. Okay, control reference to access the property node or invoke node, property node or invoke node. Okay, invoke node I will tell. Okay, what is that invoke node? So invoke node. Okay, so here you have the explicit property node will be available. Yes, you pass the reference over there. So I am going to choose the property. I am going to choose the same property. So I am going for disabled property here. I am going to make this as a write mode. So change to write mode, and I am going to create the control here. Okay, I am going to create a control here. Control. Okay. So next I am going for, just I am going to drag this one. So I am going to go for a value property here. Value property. Okay. I am going to create a one more control for the value also. Okay. So now I have the, disabled property will be available over there, and value property will be available for which control I created the property. For this control I created the property node over there. Okay. Now I am going to so see here. Now I have a numeric 2 will be available. Okay. Now I want to access the same property for one more control means what will you do means again you will go, what you will do means simply right click, again going for the numeric control you will take on over there. Again by passing the reference you will use the reference and you will use this property node over there. Okay, so what I am going to do means I know I am going to use the same property over there. I am going to make this as a I'm going to create this as a reference over there. With that reference, that is I am going to make this as a sub vi. In sub vi I am going to pass the control reference, means I can able to access the same property for n number of different I can able to access a different control property I can able to access over there. Okay, for the different numeric control I can able to access the same property over there. Okay, so I am going to create this as a sub vi. So just select this one, whichever you want. Just select the part of the diagram. Go for edit menu. Go for the option called create sub vi. Go for creating the sub vi. Once you get a sub vi means, so see here. So this is a sub vi over there. You must save the sub vi. I am passing the control reference. I am passing over there, and value will be available. Disable will be available over there. Okay. So connect app and terminal is also configured in this place. Okay. Now here this now the reference is for numeric 2. Okay. So the reference is for numeric 2. Now I have another control will be available. I have let's say I have a numeric control 3 will be available. For the numeric control 3 also I want to access the same property node reference, means so I have to I am going to copy this sub vi here and I am going to place it here. Okay. So here simply I know I'm going to use the same property node. Okay. I'm passing the value here. Okay. Before that, I want to pass the reference value. Okay. So the reference value. So how the reference value, right click, go for the create reference. Okay. And keep the reference here. Connect the reference value first. Okay. Now this is the value property. So value property here, and this is going to be a disabled property here. Okay, so now see here, same property, both are sub vi. Okay, so I am going to whatever the properties I done for the this numeric 2 reference, same thing will be applied for this numeric 3 also. Okay, now I am going to run the vi. See, you can able to you can able to see changes in both the place also. Okay, I am running the vi continuously by disabling this one. Okay, I may disable this one. Now let me run the vi continuously. So see here, it's enabled over there. I have value will be available. I am going to change the value here, means so with the by passing the reference and making as a sub vi, I can able to access the property of a sub vi. I can able to access the property of a sub vi through a control reference over there. Okay, so you can able to make a disable and get also you can able to make. Okay, so see here, value is changing. Okay, still you can able to control the different control you can able to access over there. Okay, so that is the way you can able to do with explicit property node over there. Okay, you must pass control reference to access the property node or invoke node in the sub vi. That word is important. Okay, in the sub vi. Okay, so you want, or else the next point, another point only, to access the property of the sub vi, you must pass control reference. Okay, you must pass control reference over there. Okay, so understood all of you? So if it is a implicit property, no, means you can able to use the property within the VA only. Okay, that one that numeric property will be applicable only for that numeric only. Okay, you cannot able to make for the another thing over there. Okay, suppose if you want to access, I want to access the same property for different control, means so it is applicable only different numeric control. Okay, you can't able to go for boolean over there. Okay, because the reference we can will be numeric reference we can tell, it is not applicable for boolean reference. Boolean means again you have to create one more reference you have to create, then only it's applicable over there. Okay, so now here I am going for the boolean numeric reference by right clicking on the control, go for create reference. If you are creating means so that you can able to create a reference over there, then by passing the reference to the sub vi, you can able to access the same property in the sub vi, you can able to access over there. Okay, understood the difference between implicit and explicit property node. Okay, explicit property node requires the control reference you have to pass over there. Okay, understood the difference between implicit and explicit property node. So if in your application, if you want to create application, means it's not mandatory to use the to use this kind of category over there. Okay, so how you want to develop the program, you can able to develop in such a manner over there. Okay, but CLAD in perspective of CLAD, this is very, very important over there. Okay, understood all of you? Any doubts you have? So implicit property node, explicit property node. Okay. Implicit means simply by right clicking on the control, you are creating the property node. Explicit means you are passing the control reference with a control reference and you are taking the property node from this place. Okay. Application control, you have a property node will be available. There you are taking the property node and you are using the property over there. Okay. So this is the front panel of the property node over there. Okay. We created over there. Okay. So did you understood or not? Or do you have any doubts? So any doubts regarding this property node, implicit and explicit property node, because very important. Okay, that's why I'm telling. So the question sometimes to confuse you, what they will do means the same question, the same what will done in the same question here. The question can be asked in by passing the reference, they will ask over. Okay, don't confuse with that. Okay, so problem is very simple. Okay, but how I am going to access the property for different control means so you have to go for the passing the reference, you have to pass. Okay, sometime what they will do means they will go with the same problem they will give. Okay, and they will ask how the result indicator looks like, they will ask over there. Okay, other than no need to worry about it, how the property node will execute by normal way, that it will execute top to bottom, same thing only applicable over there. Okay, there is no difference between these two things over there. Okay, accessing only will difference over there. Okay, they are passing the control reference means, that is if you want to access the property of the sub VI, accessing means you have to pass the control reference over there. Okay, that's the thing only will differ from implicit and explicit over there. Okay, now same way you have a invoke node will be available over there. Okay, invoke node, what is an invoke node means? So invoke node will be available. Invoke node, invoke node. Okay, so property node means what property node will do mean to access the property of the front panel object over there. Okay, invoke node means so to access to the method of the front panel object, methods of the front panel object, front panel object. Okay, to access the method of the front panel object over there. Okay, that is the invoke node. Okay, example will be, very common example will be, so reinitialize to default value, reinitialize to default value. Okay, so here you have the option called reinitialize to default value will be available. That is the invoke node over there. Okay, definition is very very important. Problem will not come more often. Okay, but definition will play major role. In proper node, you have a practical questions we may expect over there. Definitely will have a possibility of practical question. But in invoke node, you won't get a much practical questions. You have a theory question will come. Theory definitely we can able to tell. So definition only they will ask. Okay, either they will ask which is the which node can able to access the method of the front panel object, means invoke node only we can able to use. Example will be reinitialize to default value. Okay, what is a default value for numeric control? What is a default value for numeric control? Numeric control, what is the default value for numeric control? Numeric control 0. Okay, so that is the default value. So how to create the program for this one means so again same way, right click on that control, go for the option called create, go for invoke node. You have so many invoke node will be available, but very very basic thing will be, yeah, reinitialize to default will be available, or and some other name is also available there. Okay, like initializing value to default value, something other name is also available. Okay, so reinitialize to default. So if you are going for reinitialize to default means, so now see here, for this numeric 2 I created the property called I created the property over there. Okay, now invoke node sorry method I created over there. Okay, if I run the program means it will go to the, if default value will go over there. Okay, if I run the program means, so see here it's come to the default value over there. Okay, so whenever it's coming to the default value, if you want to make the program as a default value means, can able to consider the invoke node, you can able to consider with the method as a reinitialize to default value, you can able to consider. Okay, and you may have another question available, sir, can't I make can't I make the value of other than 0, I can't able to make a default value means unable to make. Okay, so see here, if you want to make the value default value other than 0 means so right click, now right click, go for the option called just change any values. I'm giving the value called 10, I am giving there. I am going to make the 10 as a default value means, for what you have to do means right click, go for the data operation, you have the option called make current value default will be available. By this is by doing programmatically by coming to the default value. Okay, so go for make current value default. Okay, first make this one, then now I am changing the value to 55. I am changing that. Now if you run the VA means it will, so we are using a method called re-initial default we are using over there. If you run the program means it will come to the, sorry da. So here the value properties available. Okay, that's why it's taking the value. Okay, but you can definitely can able to saw it will come to the default value, then it will go for the value it's reading over there. Okay, so see here, let me change the value once again here. So just observe this numeric control, it will come to default value. So because of the proper node will be available here, that's why it's taking this particular value over there. Okay, see here. So program, so that's the reason it's very important. Okay, if you disable this VA means can able to clearly we can able to see what happening here. Okay, you can able to set one value as a default value, one value as a default value, or you can able to go with the normal default value provided by the lab also. Okay, so that is the reinitialized default value, and you can able to make the current value as a default also you can able to make. Okay, so here in property node two things are very important: explicit important, implicit important. Okay, the theory content is very important, and practical question is important. Mostly the question will be asked from disabled value, that kind of question only they will ask over there. Okay, practical questions. Okay, they will not ask what is the position and all, they will not ask over there. Okay, but theory definition they will ask. Okay, but program finding the answer they will not ask the such kind of questions over there. Okay, and same way invoke node, so definition is important, only one definition. Okay, and so here you cannot able to add more than one method over there. Okay, so you can able to add only one method. If you want another method means you have to go for again right click, go for create only you have to go. Okay, so but proper you can able to add n number of property in same property node over there. Okay, here you can able to add only one method, and here the example will be reinitialize to default value or initializing all the value to default value, both are same meaning it will tell over there. Okay, understood the property node and the invoke node? Any doubts you have? Any doubts do you have? So property node and invoke node, do you have any doubts? Because very important. Sometimes the question can be asked in VA server also. Okay, I said a VA server. Okay, so the talking with the reference value will go for VA server also. Okay, that's why I'm telling. Two questions available in VA server. One of the questions you may expect from this side category over there. Okay, understood? Do you have any doubts? Do you have any doubts? So if you understood means we'll go for next topic. Okay, so we'll go for next topic. Local variable we'll discuss. Again, very simple topic, local variable. Okay, so local, what is local variable? What is local variable? Local variable. What is local variable? So what is local variable? Local variable will be available, global variable will be available. Okay, so local variable will be available, global variable will be available. Okay, we'll see both the things over there. Okay, so tell me what is local variable, what is global variable? Access within a VI, super. Okay, access within a VI, access within a VI. Variable can be accessed within a VI over there, super. Okay, what about global variable? Global variable, global variable. Local variable, you can able to access the value or variable within a VI over there, not within a loop. Within a VI you can able to use. Okay, so what about global variable? Means you can able to access the value to multiple VIs. You can able to pass the value multiple VIs simultaneously over there. Okay, that is a global variable. Okay, local variable, use the variable, use the variable within a VI. Okay, within a VA over there. Okay, so what is the purpose of local variable? What is the advantage of using local variable? Disadvantage is available. First we'll discuss advantage. Okay, what is the advantage of using local variable? At what instant you will go for local variable? At what instant you will go for local variable? Tell me, at what instant you will go for local variable? Just tell me. I may be right or wrong. Okay, at what instant you will use local variable? When you will use the something like that. Okay, but then only we can able to get the advantage over there. Okay, at what instance you will use local variable? When you will use local variable? Because local variable is available there. Okay, inside vi, okay. Specific places inside a way, when you will use inside the loop, okay, inside the loop, okay, okay, inside the loop, okay, super, inside the loop over there, okay. Suppose here you have the consider you have a two loop will be available over there. Have a loop, one loop will be available, and here you have a another loop will be available over there, okay. Two loops will be available over there. Suppose you want to access you have a parallel loops will be available. I want to pass the value from one loop to one loop, means I want to communicate both the loop parallelly, means at the time you can able to consider the local variable over there, okay. If you want to pass the value from one loop to one loop, you can able to consider the local variable over there, okay. And another thing will be when you can able to consider the local variable, means if you want to reduce the wire, means, okay, if you want to reduce the block diagram wire, means at the time you can able to consider, but not much time, not much, okay. Suppose here you have one value will be available, like because property will not use more option over there, okay. Suppose consider you have a numeric control will be available. So see here, suppose here you have a one numeric control will be available, okay. You suppose here you have one function will be available. Consider here you have one divide function will be available over there, okay. So you are performing some functions here, already you written some functions here, okay. You want to pass the same numeric value, you want to pass the same value to this place also, means rather than using the wire, you can able to create a local variable also, but not more often over there, okay. Because easily you can able to pass the value over there, okay. This is not a major advantage, but you can able to consider these things over there, okay. Rather than taking a wire from this place and coming to this place, you can able to consider the local variable also, okay. But best one will be can able to pass the value. At worst case, you want to pass the value from one place to one place. If in the structures you have some constant will be there, at that time you can able to consider the local variable over there, okay. Advantages available passing the value or variable within the VA over there, okay, or going with the multiple loops over there, okay. So let me do one simple problem. So I have a two variable input will be available over there, okay. I am going to create the local variable for this one. Right click, so create local variable. To create local variable, go for by right click on the control, go for create local variable, okay. Now tell me the local variable is in the read mode or write mode. Local, create local variable. Now tell me the local variable is in the read mode or write mode. See the arrow mark carefully and then tell. Now just now only we discussed in property node, okay. The local variable is in the write mode over there, okay. So now here also in programmatically also you can able to give the values to the control, you can able to provide over there, okay. Programmatically you can able to give the values, like see here I am giving the value 6, I am giving that. For this one I am giving the value 9, I am giving that, okay. To run the VA means programmatically I am writing the value also, okay. Likewise also you can able to write over there, okay. But I don't want this one, let me delete these two things, okay. Let me make both the things as a read mode, change to read mode, change to read mode over there, okay. I am going to take the addition here, okay, addition, okay. Now I am going to create an indicator here, indicator will be available, okay. Now next I'm going to copy the same thing, I'm going to copy the same thing and I'm going to place it here, okay. Okay, so see here I have x plus 2 will be available, but instead of this x plus 2, what I am going to do means I am going to take this one of the local variable here, I am going to make this as a write mode over there, okay. I am going to make this as a write mode and I am going to connect here, okay. Now tell me what is the output, what is the numeric 2 value you will get after execution of this VI. Tell me what is the numeric 2 output you will get after execution of this VI. Tell me what is the numeric 2 value you will get after execution of the VI, or else we'll go with x plus y over there, okay, x plus y, okay. Now tell me what is the value you will get after execution of this VA, after execution of this x plus y, after execution of this function, what is the output you will get in this x plus y indicator, whether you can able to determine the value or not. So I am using the local variable, I am using 2 times, I am using the the variable over there. Okay, whether can you able to identify the output value. First, how the program will execute here, how the program will run in this place. 15, okay, 15, okay, 15, okay. So how the program will execute here, first of all, how both the program will execute here, how both the program will execute here. So here in this place, program will execute in the manner of program will execute in parallel manner. It will execute over there. Okay, here we cannot able to tell which part of the program will run first over there. Okay, either it will run this one or it will run this VA over there. Okay, we can't tell which one will execute first. Suppose in this place, here we have so direct things will be available there. Okay, that's why I'm getting the 15. I'm getting over there. But now I am going for the, so here I am going for the numeric 2. I am writing over there. Okay, now I am going to run the VA here. So see here, so in this place what happening means, so in the numeric 2 I gave the value 9 I given over there, but while writing the things over there, so here the value will be changed in this place over there. Okay, because of doing these things over there. Okay, suppose if you are doing this kind of problem, if in your exam question paper, if you have a local variable with this kind of parallel VAs will be available, means just close your eyes, put the option indeterminate. Okay, so that is one of the key point over there. Okay, if you have a more number of local variable arranged in parallel manner, means go for the answer indeterminate. We can't able to identify the answer properly over there. Okay, because so sometime you will get one answer. Okay, other time you will get a different answer we may expect over there. Okay, that's why, so whenever you are going for the, whenever you are getting this kind of questions over there, I kindly go with the option called indeterminate. Okay, parallel VA if you have, means, okay, suppose if you have a if you have a if you have a program like this, means if you have a program like this and now they are asking to find the x plus y answer, means suppose, okay, so let me delete this wire. Okay, in this case, if you are asking, if they are asking to identify the answer, means now you can able to identify the answer over there. Okay, why? Because means here clearly you can able to define the output over there. Okay, because data flow is properly happening here. Okay, but previous case, in this case, data flow is not available here. Okay, so here you have a data flow is not available here. At the time, whenever you are getting this kind of problem, you will enter, you will have some indeterminate values, so you will get one output will come. Okay, but all the time we cannot able to tell same output will be expect over there. Okay, at the time go for the optional indeterminate or unable to determine the answer. Okay, same way whenever you have a parallel loops will be available. Okay, at the time also go for the option indeterminate or unable to find the answer over there. Okay, that is the local variable. One time if you are using, means no problem over there. Okay, so but using the multiple time, like if you are using multiple times, means it will create the race condition will be created over there. Okay, so the disadvantage will be, so if we are using, if more number of local, if more number of more number of local variable, more number of local variable available on the more number of local variable used in the VI, used in the VI, used in the VI will will cause race condition. Okay, will cause race condition. Okay, very very important, race condition. Okay, race condition. Okay, will cause the race condition over there. Okay, to eliminate race condition, so next point will be, so next point will be to eliminate race condition, to eliminate race condition, race condition, use functional global variable, use functional global variable. Okay, functional global variable over there. Okay, if you want to avoid race condition or eliminate race condition, means you have to use the FGV will be the one of the architecture over there. Okay, here you have a local variable and FGV written. No, so here you have a FGV will tell about the functional global variable. That is one architecture. We'll discuss the architecture in the design patterns over there. Okay, so we'll discuss that one. Okay, so it's very simple architecture over there. Okay, so that is a local variable. Use only one time or don't use more than one time to pass the value. Okay, when you have to use this local variable, means at the worst case, so I have to pass the value, I'm not getting the proper answer, means then you can able to consider the local variable and property node. Okay, so at the worst case only you have to use these things over there. Okay, so whenever you are developing the program, these are the things you have to consider over there. Okay, then global variable, global variable Global variable means, what is global variable means? To pass the value, pass the value, to pass the value to multiple VIs simultaneously. Multiple VIs simultaneously. Multiple ways simultaneously over there. Okay, you can able to pass the value to multiple ways simultaneously. That is one advantage of over the local variable. Local variables you can able to use inside the VA only, you can able to use. Okay, but if you want to pass the value to multiple VA means can able to consider the global variable over there. Okay, so that is the global variable. And one more thing in local variable. Okay, so latching mechanical action, mechanical action latching mechanical action will not compatible for local variable. Okay, so this is also one of the question over there. Okay, latching mechanical action will not compatible for local, will not, okay, will not, sorry, that's a very important word. Okay, will not compatible for local variable. Okay, they are using local, they're creating the local variable for boolean control, boolean switch, boolean input control means there is push button means you can't able to use a latching mechanical action. See here, so right click, I am going for the boolean, I am going for push button, I am going there. Okay, so here the mechanical action will be switch will be available there. Okay, but if you are using a I'm going to create a local variable here, local variable I'm creating there. Okay, I'm placing here, but I'm going to change the mechanical action here means, so you will get a broken run arrow will be available over there. What is a broken run arrow means? You will get a front panel error will get boolean latch action is incompatible with the local variable over there. Okay, very very important, you have to consider over there. Okay, so you have to know this one. Okay, so for boolean alone you cannot able to use latching mechanical action as a local variable. You can able to use any switching action but not any latching action there. Okay, latch action means all the three actions. Okay, latch one press, latch one release, latch until release over there. Okay, understood? Only one question is that so in local variable only one question is there. Don't think much thing in the local variable over there. Okay, so one question is from either they will ask the definition, they will ask. Okay, or else they will give this kind of parallel way, they will give. So again I said the parallel way available means go for the option called indeterminate. Okay, whatever the parallel way, go for the option called indeterminate. Okay, indeterminate or cannot able to define the answer over there. Okay, and another thing they will ask which is the compatible for which mechanical action is compatible for local variable, they will ask. Okay, that is also one of the question. Or else which one will eliminate race condition, will get one question over there. Okay, so these are the questions only we'll expect on the local variable and global variable topic over there. Okay, very easiest topic, easily you can able to score mark in this topic over there. Okay, understood? Understood? Understood or not, all of you? Understood or not? Understood means we'll go for design patterns now. Okay, we'll go for, with the continuation we'll go for design patterns. Okay, design patterns. Okay, okay, so what are the design patterns available in LabVIEW? What are the design patterns available in LabVIEW? Design patterns in LabVIEW, tell me quickly, what are the design patterns available in LabVIEW? Because design patterns and synchronization and combination both are similar topic. Two questions will be available. Totally, you have four questions will be available. Okay, easily you can able to score mark in this category over there. Okay, so what are the design patterns available in LabVIEW? Already I said what are the design patterns. Simple VI. Okay, state machine. Okay, general VI. General, simple VI, state architecture, master slave, producer, consumer. Okay, super. These are the architecture design patterns available in LabVIEW. Okay, first one will be, so first design pattern will be simple VI. What is simple VI? What is simple VI? Simple VI. What is simple VI? So master slave, master slash slave. Okay, that is the notifier. Okay, notifier. Fifth one will be producer, consumer. No loops. Okay, no loops and structures mean that's called as a simple VI. Okay, what about general VI? General VI. What about general VI? General VI. So simple VI means without loops and structures. Okay, without loops and structures. Okay. Then general VI means including loops and structures. Including loops and structures. Okay. Then third one will be state machine VI will be available. What are the components of state machine VI? Tell me the components of state machine VI. Components of state machine VI. Components of state machine VI. Tell me quickly, state machine you should tell immediately what are the components, because these are all important questions over there. Okay, so whatever I'm telling here, all will be important questions over there. Okay, theory questions. Okay, because in design pattern and synchronization communication, we can expect a theory question over there. Okay, weightage will be somewhat more to the theory rather than the practical questions over there. Okay, while loop, enum. What about the remaining things? So first component will be while loop. Okay, while loop. Okay, second one will be case structure. Case structure. Okay, third one will be enum. Third one will be shift register. Shift register. Shift register. Okay, fourth one will be enum. Okay, enum. Okay, so these are the four components over there. Okay, if any one of the component is missing here, means that's going to be a that is not a state machine architecture. Based on the option, you have to pick the right one over there. Okay, so along with this enum, you have the one architecture called FGV will be available. Okay, functional global variable will be available. Functional global variable will be available. Okay, so this architecture also available over there. Okay, so this has the uninitialized shift register will be available. Uninitialized shift register will be available. Uninitialized shift register will be available. Okay, so there you have a shift register will be initialized with the enum will available over there. But in case of FGV, you have the uninitialized shift register will be available over there. Okay, that is the FGV functional global variable. Remaining things will be same component only will be available in FGV over there. Okay, so we'll go for state machine. So I'm going for state machine here. First, I'm going for loop here. Sorry, while loop. Okay, with a stop button. Then I'm going for the case structure. Okay. Then I am going for the shift register. Okay. Before that, let me take a enum constant here. I have a enum constant will be available. Let me add states in the enum here. A. Then I am going for B, C. Okay. I am going for 3 states. I am going over there. Okay. So A, B, C. I am going there. Now I am going to add the shift register here. Adding shift register. So connecting the value. Okay. Likewise, we will connect the values over there. Okay. So very important thing in examination, how they will ask question means what is the architecture below, what is the given architecture below on the diagram over there, they will ask over there. Okay, options you will get option A will be state machine will be available, option B general VI will be available, option C producer consumer, option D notifier master slave will be available over there. Okay, which option you have to pick, means you have to go for the state machine architecture. Okay, why state machine architecture? You have to see all the components over there. Okay, of course this will come over there. Okay, may finish it off. Tunnel will be always tunnel will be created over, tunnel will be available, making the program will be available there. Okay, don't see the program over there. Okay, see what is the question, then go for the program. The question they asked will be what is the design pattern only they asked. Okay, just choose the design pattern. Don't see the program, don't get confused on the program over there. Okay, so here the answer is state machine architecture. Now, so important you have to see here, you have a whether you have a shift register will be available or you have a tunnel will be available over there. Okay, you have to see this one over there. Okay, now I am going to replace with the tunnel over there. Okay, now tell me what is the architecture of this below sub diagram. Option A will be general VI, option B will be state machine VI, option C will be producer consumer, option D will be master slave. What is the answer? Tunnel is available here. Tunnel is available, not the shift register. If shift register available, means that only we can tell us here. We can tell that as a state machine there. Okay. Here you have a tunnel available. Instead of shift register, you have a tunnel available. Means that is a general VI, not the state machine VI. That's you have to know. Okay. Because all the people will notice while loop. They will notice shift register. They will notice over there. Okay. But they will notice while loop, and they will notice case sector, they will notice over there, okay, but they will not notice by seeing these two components, they will go for the option called state machine, they will go, okay. But here tunnel will be available, the tunnel is available, that is a general VA, okay. Option I am giving such a manner, okay. Suppose the same option is like that, same option is a same question, option is a functional global variable available, state machine VA available, master slave available, producer consumer available, okay. Now which option will you pick? Now which option will you pick? Now which option will you pick now? So functional global variable, option A, option B state machine, option C you have the producer consumer, option D you have a master slave available. You have to go for the option C only. Option A you have to pick, okay. Functional global variable you have to pick over there, okay. Don't pick sir, general way is not there, so don't leave that, okay. There given the option will be FGV, go for the option called FGV over there, okay. So here you have tunnel is not available also, means don't need to worry about that over there, okay. So which one available, based on it, pick the right option over there, okay. Don't confuse the question and the options over there, okay. What they are giving in the question, depend upon the question, just pick the right one, okay. Sometimes they will give like this also, okay. So they will delete this enum also, okay. And they will ask what is the they will ask what is the component of FGV, they will ask over there, okay. Unerased shift, I said no, unerased shift register available means that is the shift register that is available means that is the functional global variable over there, okay. Different kind of question will available there, okay. So ultimately see the question, read the question, and then go for the option over there, okay. By seeing the these components, don't go for the state machine over there, okay. Even state machine you won't get, but see the options and question carefully, and then pick the right one over there, okay. That's the one, okay. Now I am going to create a constant this one, okay. So I have a constants available over there, okay. Let me go with the value here. See, I am passing over there, okay. Now this is the state machine diagram over there, okay. The diagram will be state machine diagram. What is the disadvantage of state machine architecture? What is the what is the advantage of using state machine architecture? First tell me, what is the advantage of using state machine architecture? Then we'll go for disadvantage. What is the advantage of using state machine architecture? Tell me. So advantage, what is the advantage? Means first advantage will be you can able to change the order of the states, you can able to change over there, okay. By using the shift register, and you can able to, by using shift register and enum, you can able to change the order of the states, you can able to change over there, okay. But not in the sequence, okay. But here you can able to change the order of the execution, okay. What is the disadvantage of state machine architecture will be, at the time you can able to pass one, at the time you can able to shift only one state only, you can able to pass, you can't able to start more, you can't able to pass more than one state here, okay. Suppose here you have a state B will be available. Suppose if you want to pass one more statement, you can able to pass on the state machine over there, okay. You can able to pass only one state only, can able to pass, you can't able to pass more than one state over there, okay. That is a disadvantage of state machine architecture, okay. So let me write here. So the disadvantage will be, so disadvantage will be, so you can pass only, so you can pass, or you can state machine will handle one state at a time, one state at a time, other state will be missed over there, okay. Other state will be missed over there, okay. Other state will be missed, or other state will be lost over there, okay. So so that you can able to pass two states over there, okay. One of the state will be missed over there, okay. That's the disadvantage of using the state machine architecture over there, okay. To overcome that the problem in the state machine, you can able to go for either producer consumer, or you can able to go for the master slave, you can able to go over there, okay. Either you can able to go for both the architectures over there, okay, if you are not convenient with the state machine over there, okay. So these are all programming methods only, okay. If you want program functionality only, okay, if you want means you can able to go, or else you can just leave it. I can able to program without by passing few statements, you can able to go, okay. But kindly know the disadvantage will be, you cannot able to pass more states at the time. If you are trying to pass in one state will be lost over that, it will handle only one state at a time, not more than one state over there, okay. That is the one thing you have to know about this one, okay. Then so I said no, design pattern, okay. Design pattern means mostly the question will be from, they will give one architecture, they will give, and they will ask what is the architecture, they will ask over there, okay. Depend upon in that architecture, they will ask about advantages, they will ask, and disadvantages, they will ask, okay. So these are the questions will be come from this place over there, okay. What about master slave and producer consumer? Means in master slave we are going to use the function called synchronization. You are going to use the function called notifier operation will be available. Queue operation will be available over there. Okay, that is the thing they are having. The synchronization and communication will be available over there. Okay, so design pattern, synchronization and communication both are somewhat similar topic over there and related topic over there. Okay, so theory is very important in these two topics over there. Okay, advantages, disadvantages. Okay, very important. And they will give the architecture diagram. They will give, and you have to find the architecture diagram. Okay, so how to find architecture diagram for a master slave means simply in your question. So mostly the master slave and producer consumer will be useful to pass the value from one loop to one loop. Okay, to pass the value from multiple loop will go for the master slave and producer consumer will use it over there. Okay, at the time see the functions over there. Okay, in your multiple loops you have a obtain notifier will be available means go for the architectural master slave architecture. Okay, in your architecture you have the multiple loops available with the queue operation available means either NQ DQ available means I go for the option called producer consumer architecture over there. Okay, so these are things related to the design pattern over there. Okay, now you are only going to tell so whether I want to repeat the notifier and queue once again or will you practice by your own. So you have to tell. Okay, because in your synchronization the communication notifier operation will be available and queue operation will be available. What is the example I'm going to go for? I will go means so I will go with the simple queue operation. Already we done on that training also. Okay, but example I'm going to do it here. So whether you want me to repeat once again or will you practice by your own? Okay, just tell me. I will give a overview about both the things. Okay, will you practice by your own means? Tell me. Or else if you want me to repeat once again means I will repeat once again also with that same example. Okay, so just tell me quickly. So tell me quickly. So whether I want to repeat once again the notifier and a queue operation or will you practice by your own? Okay, so let me repeat once again also. Okay, so for me no problem. Okay, so here you have the, let me delete this one. Okay, okay, so here you have the, so master slave will be available, producer consumer will be available. Master slave will represent the notifier operation, producer consumer will represent the queue operation over there. Okay, first how the question will be expected from these places means first kind of question will be, first major kind of questions will be, you will get a theory question you will get over there. Okay, very important theory question will come over there. Okay, so here you have the, so theory question means they will discuss about the theory question. For help window they will ask over there. Okay, what is the purpose of update notifier? Okay, so they will ask the theory, they will ask. Okay, theory means not detail, not the detailed help window. They will ask a simple help window. They will ask what is help window available given here. This help window will, they will ask over there. Okay, like what is the true statement regarding update notifier? Okay, what is the true statement regarding the send notifier? Kindly read about the functions present in the update notifier and queue operation over there. Okay, kindly go through notifier operation and queue operation functions over there. Okay, so very important, this all the function help window over there. Okay, so what is update notifier, what is send notification, what is cancel notification? So kindly study this help window itself. Okay, because theory question very important. If you are not studying means you are losing the question, you are losing one of the easiest question in your exam over there. Okay, that's why I'm telling that. Okay, so that is the one question over there, and difference will be available. I will tell the difference over there. Okay, the difference between notifier and queue operation difference will be available. We'll discuss that difference now. Okay, for that I am going for the help window. Go to find examples. In the find examples you have the, in find examples you have a two programs will be available over there. Okay, two example program will be available for notifier operation and queue operation will be available. I think already you've done that problem also. Okay, so it's open. So just wait for a while. Okay, So in that example, if you are going for searching means just put simple notifier, simple notifier. Okay, simple notifier. If you put means so you will get a one example you will get. Okay, simple notifier will be available. Just click on that example, simple notifier example. Okay, so if you go to block diagram means, okay, so in the block diagram they have the functions will be available over there. Okay, so the function will be, I said no, very important. So in sim notifier, by notifier, what the function you are going to use means update notifier. The purpose of update notifier will be to initialize the data type. Okay, what data type you are going to pass the value. Okay, so update notifier, in update notifier function, here you have the function called element data type will be available. Element data type will accept any LabVIEW data type over there. Okay, very important theory question. Element data type will accept any LabVIEW data type over there. Okay, then so they are I am defining the value over there. Okay, I'm defining the data type over there. Data type you are going to define, not the value over there. Okay, let's define one data type. Then by using the send notification, this is a function name called send notification. By using the send notification function, I'm passing the value from master loop to slave loop. Okay, this is the master loop and this is the slave loop over there. Okay, by using master loop, I am passing the value from one loop to one loop over there. In slave loop, we have the function called waiter notification will be available. By using waiter notification function, I am going to use the waiter notification function to get the value from the master loop over there. Okay, that is the thing. So I am going to put the same time delay here. So I am going for same time delay here. Okay, I am going for same time delay. Now see what happening there. Both are same time delay. So master loop will produce the value every 100 milliseconds, and slave loop will get the value from every 100 milliseconds over there. Okay, see here, while running the VI, so both the loops are, master is passing the value from master to slave loop is passing over there. Okay, can you able to see all the values will be all the values will be calculated by the slave loop over there. Okay, so both are synchronized by the same clock over there. Okay, now see here, now here I am going to increase the time delay here 500 milliseconds. Now if you run the program means, so let me delete this chart. Now if you run the program means, now see, if you run the program means now master will produce the data very fast compared to the slave loop over there. Okay, why? Becoming both are not same time delay. Okay, but see the data here, what happening here means, simply because of the because of the clock is not synchronized properly, data is start losing over there. Okay, so in notifier operation, data will start losing over there because buffer is not available on the notifier operation. Okay, that's why data will be lost over there. Okay, to avoid that, if you want, I saw that is I should not lose any data over there means, I want to acquire all the values means, simply what you can able to go means, you can able to go for the queue operation over there. Okay, so in notifier you will face the problem called data loss problem you will face. Okay, but if you are going for the queue operation, same way, again go to help find examples. Instead of simple notifier, just go for simple queue. Okay, now enter means you have a simple queue VI will be available. Open that VI. So here you have the, so again here you have the function called obtain queue will be available. There you have obtain notifier, here obtain queue will be available. Here this obtain queue also will accept any LabVIEW data type over there. Okay, and I am passing the value here to generate the value. I am going for the enqueue element I am using over there. With the help of the enqueue element, I am going for the to add the elements in the queue. To delete the elements, I am going for the dequeue element over there. Okay, so enqueue element I am using that, dequeue element to delete the element I am using over there. Okay, so here I am going for the same time delay. Okay, both are same time delay over there. Now if I run the program means, here both will, producer will produce one value and that will be collected by the consumer loop over there. Okay, both the data will be looks similar over there. Okay, now here I am going to increase the time delay here as what I done in the notifier. Now if you are running the program by clearing both the chart, see here. Okay, now if you run the program means, see here, now if you run the program means, yes, consumer loop will take some time to acquire the value. Okay, but it will acquire all the value will be acquired over there. Okay, so which means queue has buffer will be available, so data loss will not be happen in the queue operation, but in case of notifier, data loss will happen. So because of buffer is not available on the notifier operation over there. Okay, that is a major difference between the notifier and queue over there. Okay, so you have to I have to know these things over there. Okay, what is the first thing? Means first you have to read the help window for all the functions present in the notify and queue operation over there. Okay, so because definitely this is very very important. Okay, and same way if they're asking a practical questions, means they will ask how they will ask question in the practical question, means they will ask at the loop at the third iteration at the I equal to 3, what is the value will be dq on this loop, dq on this consumer loop. They will ask that kind of question also. Okay, here number will be available. Probably they will use I value, they will use it over, okay, or else they will use any addition value. Means at the time we can able to we can able to tell clearly over, okay, they're encoding the value, and at I equal to 3, what value will be dequeued by this loop 2 or loop 2 there. They will ask some practical question they will ask over there. Okay, so you have to be ready for that kind of questions over there. Okay, so these are the questions we will expect on the produce synchronization and communication category over there. Okay, so kindly practice this one. So definitely theory will be help you to solve the help you to get more marks in the this category over there. Okay, so remember memory loss will happen in queue of notifier operation. Memory loss is not happening in the queue operation. Data loss is happening in notifier. No data loss in queue operation over there. Okay, that is a major difference between notifier and queue operation over there. Okay, understood? Understood means we'll conclude today's class. Okay, so we'll conclude today's class over there. Okay, tell me quickly. We'll conclude that today's class. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss about tomorrow we'll have a majorly we have a, I think 3 topics will be available. Okay, file level will be available. File level event structure will be available. Okay, and that 2 topic only available over there. Okay, so let me. So probably tomorrow we'll discuss about file level with error handling, event structure. In VI server, only one thing will be available over there. Okay, that we will discuss. That simple topic only. Okay, we'll discuss that. With that, we'll go for data acquisition also. Okay, so exam will plan it later. Okay, so I will intimate you when you are going to write the exam. Okay, so that's for today's class. Today we discussed majorly on the topics called timing. We discussed we discussed about design pattern and synchronization. Kindly study the help window. Theory is very very important. Design pattern we discussed over there. Okay, so here our design patterns will be available, and you have the then you have the proper node we discuss, and invoke node, local variable we discuss over there. Okay, and what is the problem we'll face in local variable? All those theory I give it to you. One question is available. Okay, in proper node probably one question, I don't know exactly, 1 or 2, but in VI server you have one question available, that is explicit proper node is available there. Okay, FGB one question is available. I said how the question will come in FGB. Okay, then timing you have 2 questions will be available. If you study the basic timing function, easily you can able to score the mark over there. Okay, kindly practice whenever you are getting the time over there. Okay, so tomorrow we'll discuss the remaining topics. Okay, so tomorrow we'll discuss the remaining one. Okay, with that we'll conclude the today's session. Okay, any doubts you have? Any doubts you have, or anything you want to tell? Means you can tell, or else we'll complete this today's class. We'll discuss remaining on tomorrow. Any doubts you have? Just tell me quickly. So thank you all. Okay.